fetching like a Jew. I will
My
say that.
father's Jewish and my mother's gorgeous. I'm a cashew.
My mother was a Jew, my father was a Jew, and they worked in the Diamond District in New York, and we gave out lots of loans, but we had great interest rates. We're not like
The point is, you're the racist that you're criticizing the Jews of being a racist. You're actually the racist.
Still celebrate Hanukkah together. We've always been tight-knit. You, Goy, you need to follow the example of us Jews who are we promote such good family values.
Listen, the point is, if you love America, you'll do what you can do for America, you know? I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but go to the gym and read a good book, fatty.
You are I don't even want to debate with you. What's good for the Jews? Hey, Americans.
Could you imagine every day the rest of your life you're going to open up the Jewish Question radio, and then after 20 years of doing this, you're going to be like, well, what did I accomplish? I spammed everybody for years. And my spam got me nowhere because it's low IQ, stupid communication. And therefore, you create JQ radio every night of the week. I mean, when is, Dan Bilzerian going to come on the show? And when is Cobra Tate coming on the show?
All right, I want to level with you here, Doge. All right, I want to know, I want to get to know you. You know what I mean? I know you're a Jew, so it's a little... I don't want to get
I'm not a Jew. My mother's not Jewish. And they killed one of the best of our Mishlings and our patrilineal Jews.
He can keep going. That's how you know, dude. You know, it used to be a meme, Doge, right? Like, it used to be kind of a meme around here that, Jews can talk through the mute. But I don't know, bro. I'm going to be serious. I really don't know, all right? Maybe we got to run an experiment because it's fucking crazy sometimes. But anyways, what's up with the African tribal shirt thing going on there? What is that? Is that, some sort of, what do we got? Some sort of Indian stuff for Africa? Explain the shirt.
That's a $9.99, what do they call it? I bought it on Amazon. It's one of those.
You bought it on Canal Street from the fucking Africans down there, yeah. Oh no, we're losing Doge. God damn it.
Damn, actually, I was just going to talk to him about Doge and how
it's a dashiki.
Scam and a psyop.
Really? You think they're taking screenshots from the actual purchasing system within the government, which is SAP. They're showing you the actual contracts of woke spending happening in Zimbabwe, DEI training in Nigeria. Those screenshots are from the actual system. They've uncovered over $700 billion worth of fraud, waste, and abuse already.
Yeah, but they didn't cut the budget, so it doesn't fucking matter. They can just...
I agree. And I think Elon Musk, who just had surgery on his throat, he's like, what the fuck was the point of all this?
So why is your name still Doge? You gotta change your name, bro.
Well, it's basically Doge. I mean, he's making fun of it. I'm calling for the doging or douging of all the Republican and Democrat Congress people. Term limits, if we had term limits, we would have turnover, and we wouldn't have scam artists in there for 20, 30 years having 10, 20, 30, 50, $100 million in their war chest from Pfizer, Moderna, J&J, Google, Comcast, AT&T, Verizon, every fucking...
Doge?
Vanguard, BlackRock, pension fund, people that work, unlike you in this fucking JQ spam room, you fucking loser.
Yeah, but hold on, Doge. Answer the question, though, like a good Jew, all right? You have to answer the question, otherwise you might get...
I'm not Jewish. Stop calling me a Jew. My mother's gorgeous, and your mom's gotta be a Jew to be a Jew.
All right, tribe member. I'll go with tribe member. So you as a tribe member... Damn it, I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm a party affiliate. I am not Jewish. Your mother's got to be Jew to be Jewish, and I'm not Jewish.
I don't even read the Talmud. I've never given a loan at interest.
Have you ever even read a book? Have you picked up the Torah? Have you picked up the Torah and read a story about Ecclesiastes, the preacher, vanity of vanities? Don't you know that you're a schmuck? You don't read books. You don't even go to the gym. Read a book sometime and go to the gym. We'll call you. Don't call us.
Down at the bodega, and we can talk about Maimonides together. Let's do it, fellow Jews.
Maimonides is an amazing man. His books are phenomenal. If you haven't read Maimonides, you should try it. He's got a lot of wisdom.
Maimonides was a sick fuck, my friend. But anyways,
a sick fuck. The man was a genius. Have you read Maimonides?
Who doesn't accept your Jewish identity? You know an awful lot about. You know about Maimonides and stuff, huh? You seem
Yeah, it's you know what Maimonides says? He says every woman you've ever fucked, she's your wife. She's your universal wife for life. You know, there's no such thing as it. Getting fucked is getting married.
And every foreskin is a shekel.
What was the question I was trying to ask Doge before? Actually,
What were you
was it,
trying
Doge?
to ask me?
I forget.
You were asking him who owns all those companies.
Oh yeah, good. See, Faustin, that's how you know he's a Jew, or another reason why you know he's a Jew is because he just fucking sidestepped that. We went down on a whole other path. We
He sidestepped Larry Finkelstein and BlackRock.
Colin, he's a Jew because he said Torah instead of Torah.
That's how you know, bro.
Torah!
That's why I laughed at him. I was like, Torah. Yeah, there we go.
Torah,
Doge,
Israel.
isn't picking it up.
Yeah,
That's a little lower.
Yeah,
bring
it's
it
not
to
even
bring it to
working.
like a 4. You're at like a 9.
This is like cartoonish level kvetching. Like he sounds like a
It
cartoon
really
character.
is, bro.
Haven't you heard of Gilbert Godfrey? Gilbert Godfrey's my father.
He's on the masturbation death machine. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. Listen, step away from the machine, Doge. You got a question to answer, okay? It's all those companies that you named, all of the vaccine companies, right? All of the media companies that push the vaccine. Who owns all of those?
Primarily Vanguard and BlackRock.
Right, and what percentage of BlackRock is
But don't you guys know that Brother Nathaniel is the Mashiach and he actually owns BlackRock and Vanguard?
Yeah, that's how you know we're dealing with a proper New York baby dick sucking.
Did you hear what Brother Nathaniel said last night? His dad knew about the Jewish supremacy and he said, son, I'm going to warn you about the Jewish supremacy.
With a proper New York baby dick sucking interest as high as possible. We are dealing with a bagel eating, matzo ball soup stirring kike. That's what we got going on here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to put him back down on listener. He doesn't even really belong on listener, to be honest with you. But we'll
I live for this troll, Doc. This shit is hilarious.
Profile picture, the Masonic apron behind him.
Oh, I missed the apron, bro. I was too busy looking at his African tribal shirt.
Right behind him, bro.
Oh yeah, he's definitely been in the tunnels under the synagogues.
Yeah, bro was like literally put a cape on the kike and he's a super Jew.
My father's Jewish. I'm not a Jew, I swear. Don't look at my Freemason cape.
I kind of lost track of hands. We're just going to Mud. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh man, Ethan's gone.
Sorry, man.
Oh, but we got the bonus plan with Yosemite Sam there. But yeah, did you guys see this post about where they arrested this so-called shooter in D.C.? This is a complete setup. I mean, the cops are nice to him. Someone even picked something up for him. And it's complete sham. And then, the first report said he escaped on a motorcycle. Really? Okay. Well, that's funny. He was here for a stage show. They made sure that his prop guy gave him his prop. The police were very cordial, held the door open for him, and allowed him to speak those very important words, free Palestine, from a guy that doesn't have anything to do with it. I mean, they couldn't have done a lousier job on a false flag ever. And, if you want me to share it with the space, I can, because I've been watching this. It's just a complete, just sham. I'll land there.
I put it up in the nest.
Got it up there. It's crazy, right?
Did you guys notice? I'm sorry, I'm speaking out of turn, but did you guys notice that Crystal Knock got kicked off by kind of like the reverse scenario where a Jew killed 2 Germans?
Well,
I didn't see that.
Crystal Knock had some other, there was some fag stuff going on and things like, there was some stuff going on within that was a complicated time, we'll say it that way. I can see some similarities, yeah, but I wouldn't compare the two as of right now, unless we start to, I wouldn't compare the two, put it to that way. I don't think there'll be a world war, but I do see the similarities a little bit, but there was a ton of extracurricular motivation, so to speak, going on, and whenever it came to Crystal Knock.
Yeah, and also if you guys just want to kind of open mic it, we have some respectful regulars on here. So if you guys just want to, come off mute, just don't speak over each other, please, so we don't have to go back to hands. But I think, if you want to
I was gonna be
go ahead, Amanda.
really quick. Oh, and I'm gonna start calling you Ryder Graham, right? Because you got great compliments yesterday from Dr. I can't ever say his last name, Reckenwald. I am doing. It looks like I'm gonna do his audiobook, so because I'm like you. Him and I have talked about it already. I don't have time to sit and read. I like audiobooks. But yeah, I just wanted real quick. I want to agree with you, Graham. So first off, if you look at what Germany put up there, that's crazy. This guy just shot 2 people and he's wandering around. He's not even handcuffed yet. Oh, and here's your scar. Wouldn't he be on the ground and people, cop would be sitting on him and I don't know what all. But, what I read was that this event had been over for 6 hours, but they stayed behind because they were discussing the 2 people that were supposedly killed. And if they were, that's tragic because they have moms. But they were discussing how to get food aid into Gaza. Just, an exclamation point on that. But where was usually the coroner shows up in a marked vehicle. And then, press will stick around and you see them wheeling out 2 gurneys. And even if they took them out the back, a journalist would have been there taking pictures. So I don't put it past them killing their own. We've never seen Epstein. We've never seen Bin Laden. So I'm in the camp that I don't believe it. So, but that's just the camp I'm in. I've gotten to the point now where everything is a conspiracy theory to me, and I don't believe anything until I see it with my own eyes. So I'm kind of leaning towards your camp there, Grim. Show me the evidence, and then I will believe it. Until then, I'm still one big giant question mark. But keep writing, Grim. Maybe one day I'll be your publisher.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. That kind of threw me off guard, but yeah, he's a really good dude. I've never got the chance to speak with him, and that was a really good conversation.
Oh yeah, I really like him a lot. I've been kind of, every now and then I go on his account and, because I always put, until I see something better, I always have him, my ticket right now would be Massey and him as VP, so that's what I've got right now. Anyway, but he's a good guy, I like him.
We didn't really get into that. Is he running for office, or is he's trying to?
He did run for president with the Libertarians.
Joseph, I think it's forget it. I think.
Scarpalo. You know damn right.
I'm going to sue him. He's going to go to jail.
Okay, where the hell do you live?
I live on your street.
On my street?
You know. You are.
You say that one of us kicked your dog.
Yes.
Where about do you live?
You know damn right.
No, we do not know damn right. We don't even know you.
Yes, you do.
Why? What's the whole thing?
You don't ask dumb questions.
You live on Latitude?
No, you shut up. You're trying to. I'm going to call the police. And then you're going to go to jail.
You damn right call the police because we don't know what the hell.
You don't tell me damn right.
Yeah.
You don't look at me. I'm going to kill you. You tell your dad that I'm going to get you loaded and he's going to rush you.
No, I don't think JB is. I'm saying, not
not JB. I'm saying because he explained like the reason why he said it, right? But I think that there's a difference between JB saying it and other people that actually, like wear the hat and they're like, I'm proud to be white. Like, no, you're saying that for a reason, and we need to get to the bottom of why you think that doing nothing to be and trying to assert dominant, it's weird and
There you go, asserting
it's
dominance.
racist. I think it's racist.
Thank you. Infinite, you were jumping in or no?
I'll keep listening. I've got some thoughts, but
All right. You want to raise your hand when you want to jump
Well,
in.
I'm sure everybody is going to have thoughts after our next speaker, right, JB?
Yeah, listen, Pepe's a polarizing figure. He knows it. But you know what? I'll say this about Pepe. He's consistent. He don't leave his square. Pepe, how you doing?
good. How are you?
I'm okay. I have a question for you. If I say I'm proud to be white, is that a racist comment?
I don't think so. Not at all.
What's it?
I think saying white power, that's quite a bit of different slogan that like neo-Nazis and stuff would use, but I don't think saying I'm proud to be white, no, I don't find that to be racist.
Thank you, Pepe. Edmund, what's up, Edmund? How you doing?
Yeah, I'd like to answer that question. I'm good. How are you?
Edmund, are we going to have a normal conversation or are you going to go off the deep end tonight?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I have a good response for you.
Go ahead.
So if you say I'm proud to be black or I'm proud to be white, it doesn't really mean anything. It's just kind of ignorance in the sense that what is your metaphysic to your racial identity? Meaning you're just energy. So anybody who identifies themselves with black or white, it's just racial identity politic, and there's no metaphysic there. There's no question of actual intelligence in the conversation, because if you want to focus your force and do something with your politic, I mean, you have to transcend above this type of dialectic. Everybody knows the racial identity politic game, and Maxine Waters is, she's a Swamp Thing. I mean, that's the type of person that uses racial identity politics. Swamp creatures who are not intelligent and go for the lowest common denominator, as opposed to going high, they go low. That's what racial identity politics is.
Thank you, Edmund. Guys, we go popcorn style. You're more than welcome to go ahead to Mike.
I just wanted to say this regarding, and I can understand where B is coming from. So, I mean, for a long time, and I can understand that generally the smaller the minority you are of a population, the more tribal and the more proud you are going to be of your difference. And you'll kind of embrace it, and you'll be more tight-knit, which I guess is also tribal. But with white people, we generally never had pride in who we were because we were the status quo. We were the majority. It's like, why would you have pride in being what the vast majority of the people where you live are? And I would say that kind of what you've been seeing it's really accelerated in the last 10 years is the demonization of who you are, your ancestry, what your ancestors founded. It's just like, it's all shameful. There's no reason to, we need to eradicate whiteness and all of this stupid woke bullshit. But white people are becoming, even in what used to be traditionally majority white countries, a smaller share of the population. And there is kind of a double standard where you do see everybody else, they get to embrace who they are, say they're proud of who they are, but that's never granted towards white people. And so there is, if you look, geographically in the United States, there are white people with unique subcultures. In Europe, of course, they all have unique subcultures. There is an identity that's there, and I don't think it's wrong to say that you're proud of who you are. And I think if it's granted evenly throughout any identity, that's not racist. You're literally giving, it's allowing white people to have the same privilege to be proud of who they are. And I don't just mean like white generically, but in America we'll call ourselves quote unquote white, but that's, you know, it's going to be different throughout the rest of the world. Most people in like Europe, for example, are going to be proud to be Greek, whatever. I do think that's healthy and that's okay, and I think it's perfectly healthy and okay to be proud to be Dominican or from Ghana or whatever. But for some reason, there's still some people that like hold on to, they have this visceral reaction, like, oh my God, you can't do that. That leads to genocide and like whatever, like crazy shit. Like, but we're no different than any other group. Africans, Asians, all religious groups have committed genocide. It doesn't always have to go there. But I'm curious what B would have to say about that.
Before B goes, I would love to comment on something you said, Pepe, and it was actually the very first thing you said. You gave me, wow, that is amazing. And I'll paraphrase if I don't get it exactly right. The larger the minority or the smaller the group, the more proud you are. Well, you immediately made me think of my group because I know that Jewish population in the United States is about 2.5%. And around the world, the Jewish population is about 0.5%. Now, in the United States, the percentage of black people is about 13.5 to 15%. No disrespect, I'm just pointing that out. The population of the white Christian whatever is like 2/3, like 70%. White people 80%, whatever it is, I don't know. But I am very proud of my group, and I know that when it comes to Jews, and as you said, I'll paraphrase again, less divisement, less disagreement. When you're a Jew and you're a Jew, generally speaking, you're not arguing within the group. I hear a lot of other groups, both white and black, argue about certain things. Jewish population, minority, 2% in the United States, 0.5% around the world. When you're Jewish, man, we just generally were tight-knit. And that was amazing. Thank you.
Well, let me say this real quick. Yeah, Pepe, great share. Nebraska, great share. Steve, great share. But let me say this, man. The hypocrisy of Americans, Pepe. You ready? I can get on this app and say, I'm a fucking proud Italian American. I'm proud Italian American, baby. And people won't blink twice. Meanwhile, Italians did horrible shit throughout the centuries. Right? Have slaves and all that crazy shit. But if I say I'm a proud white American, I should have white shame. Interesting.
I agree 100%, and I do think that what a lot of people have to realize is that most white people in the United States are mixed mutts of different European ancestry, and even maybe like non-European ancestry to a degree. But the average person, the average quote-unquote white person throughout the United States, they're a mix. Like, what else can they call themselves besides white? They're not Italian or Irish or Greek anymore. And you know, if you're a white guy who grew up in Oklahoma and you have like all of this different ancestry, you're just like a white guy at that point. And you know, I would just say this: throughout history, if you were to look at even Italy, France, we can name any of the countries in Europe. There were waves of migration, different people conquering these different areas. They're not exactly the same people they were like 1,000 years ago, but they do have real identities at a point. Like the Italians are a real group of people with a real culture that's distinct from every other group of people. And so I would say, like, okay, in America, yeah, you have white people. We're a mixed European ancestry, the younger generations at least. But that's just who we are. And just like African Americans that descended from slaves, they have some mixture, but they do have like an ethnogenesis that stems from them being brought here as slaves. They are different from every other black people in the world. And so I would just say, like, okay, they call themselves ADOS and FBA, like that's fine, but they are different from other black people, and they have a label. And I don't know. I think it's we've done bad shit. Like, yes, every group has done bad shit in their past, but like looking at today, I think to like shame somebody for their existence and who they are, that is the double standard that I have a real fucking problem with.
Thank you, Pepe. Let me welcome. How you doing tonight, Medgar? Medgar, are you there? Okay.
Yo, calling Medgar.
All right.
Sorry, this mute the button is kind of difficult.
Now, listen, man. You're a brewer. You're good with me.
Yeah, I welcome. I'm listening and learning and.
Well, chime in. What are your thoughts on the conversation?
It's interesting, and I think the United States is at a point where it's realizing how old it actually is, and it's starting to realize what made America, and we have to look at as a African American or a black person, or a person of color. We have to realize that if you do the math, slavery ended for black people 160 years ago. And when you look at how long ago 1776 was, we are a very young country. And those years of my ancestors and those that created the wealth, the free wealth that made America what it is. There's been slavery all over the country, but speaking specifically about the United States, the wealth that was generated on Earth for the United States just in these 400 years or so is now starting to be realized, because there's no more free labor, and that reality is surfacing and realizing. And so we have to ask, okay, what is happening in the world with like the dollar, Brexit, and there's a lot of things that are coming to a head, and the truth is actually surfacing, and this dialogue is healthy. And so as a black man, I'm 61 years old, and I've lived long enough to see the changes, being from California and having 11 uncles and aunts who lived in Alabama and literally marched in the streets with Martin Luther King. And so those relatives.
Yeah, it would be nice if they did that. They beheaded all of them or hung them, and there was a lot of.
I'm talking about the first part of initially bringing somebody out of the house, kick the door in. Now all the women and children are screaming and crying. They look for the men in the house or the young boys in the house. They grab them out, and the women start trying to fight the soldiers. Soldiers slaps the woman or hits her.
How long are you guys gonna spam tonight? Your bullshit all night long, spamming, communication, spam, 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 spam. Nothing intelligent, wasted time, just spam and more fucking spam. Communication hypnosis, more propaganda, more spam, more stupidity, more spam, more spam.
That's
Okay,
great.
so yeah.
Lime is really getting off on describing it in detail.
Back to the
I
spam.
love it. Can't wait for this to talk. He was like, oh, this is exactly what I wish I could do.
So you said, I just want to know what happened. So they kicked in the door, I guess they took the men, left the women.
No, they murdered the women and children of the intellects listed. You can't leave those people around. And then after that, news really didn't spread fast enough, and the Armenians that were enlisted in the Ottoman Empire were then gathered up and they were killed. And then the programs began, right, where they would collect the individuals and say, hey, grab a bag, you're being, moved, essentially. Yeah, you're being moved to another location. It's not safe here. And that was all done under the guise of World War I. So they enlisted Armenians, any able-bodied man, generally in certain regions that had. So there was the plan for the Baghdad-Berlin Railroad, which
Wait,
was
slow down.
through.
Whoa. You're moving way too fast. So in one particular part, they murdered all of these people, right? And then after that, they told the other people who didn't know what was going on, hey, listen, it's dangerous. We need every man, an able-bodied man, to fight the war.
No, you misunderstood. They killed everybody though.
Buddy, you just attack. That's a non sequitur. That's what you said.
No. What?
You were really saying the crazy shit. That it was mainly the other Jews.
Wait. So
Frank,
what
I
did
think
you?
you gave some kind of educational thing about like.
Yeah, you did the whole.
Yeah, you
Oh
did
my
the more
God! Was the?
You did
So
the more intellectual.
Yeah.
So
You were like, this is some Sanskrit, like you did some shit like that. Bro.
So what else did I? So what did I say exactly?
I'll find it right now.
You gotta find it.
What's up?
Bro, that was
I'm gonna
hilarious.
I'm gonna play it real quick. Come on.
The Hindus were going crazy in that room.
Was I? Who was I insulting? Was I being racist? Was I being crazy? Did I make any terrorist?
No, I think you were trying to be like a voice of reason or something like that. And then you had all the Hindus and the Jewish people going crazy at each other because of the symbol.
Jack, I'm gonna play it real quick.
Oh, go for it.
Can you please just get to the part where I'm speaking so I can see if my life has been ruined or not?
Right, so it's a lot of fucking. It's like a lot of material.
What the fuck? Hold on, I'm fucking.
I hear Nair's voice and I can't find Nair. Nair, what's your name?
He's pretending to be homeless.
Can I play this?
Oh, he's Amos today. Oh, you're such a good Amos.
Can I play this? Jack?
Long time no see you.
Nah, please, someone please play the clip.
Amos, can you hit on me first, please? I had a bad
Listen, Lollipop, I tried to tell you long time. You're the woman that I want so much on the clubhouse.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay.
Yes.
Can I play the clip now?
Now please do massage my foot, please.
Listen, this is how long am I
Alright, play the clip. Alright, playing the clip.
You're taking too long. We can't hear shit.
Dick, are you trying to play something?
Bro, she had like a razor phone. You got to let her give some time, you know? Her internet hasn't.
Fucking razor phone.
Her internet hasn't caught up with her phone yet.
Wait, what? She's got dial-up.
Next, let's go and play the clip.
more times, they won't.
You tell me stories 60 times.
No, but we are trying to
Barbie and I were both in the Bible space right up until the point when I came back right before she did. We missed the epic beatdown that you gave this guy that we keep hearing about. I'm going to go back and listen to the recording, but I'm begging anybody in the space that has the clip of it, I really want to hear it.
It was brutal. It was definitely entertaining. It was one of her better ones. There's a bunch of foul language in there, but she wasn't so polite to him, and that was almost like
that was the finest moment.
Yeah, I loved it.
Hey, Jacktron, I see you posted it about Alyssa Milano. I wonder how many views you're going to get.
So,
I mean, one of the last
feel-
videos I posted recently got about 2.5 million views.
I do feel guilty.
You really ought to make that clip available, at least to this group.
I think it might affect my career, but I'll go find the timestamp.
The most impressions I've ever gotten from a post was 25 million. And then there was another one that was about 6.8 million. And another one I think about like 1.3 million.
Yeah, when I make a post, I get like 30 impressions.
This is how I got my neighbor's dog to stop.
What y'all got? Y'all ain't got no bullshit, do y'all?
I semi fuck with you, boy. You be lying, but you keep you know if I'm feeling down, I know one thing you.
Alright.
Figure out why are they still wearing masks, and I'm wondering if medical care facilities are still implanting that fear in these old people, because here in Atlanta, it's usually always older people that I see with the masks on, especially. It's like they've instilled that